Everybody, BC here. Just kind of going through the motions. So throwing claims for Atlantis. Summon Chaitans. Watchers 3 seconds, the usual. The wish was kind of like we talked about me patrolling out stuff, and maybe it wasn't the best use of a wish, but I summoned this guy who then gonna gift of reason him, and he free spawns some dudes, and I'm going to be doing another excuse me, another similar wish this turn. I saving up some earth gems for yes, actually let's not make an iron face. And let's give here, you hold on to this and you make something cool. It's been a while since we made an acid hat. Let's make an acid hat. And then have, yeah, you can go ahead and make another Mishra's Workshop. And we'll put 0.5 turns into it. But yeah, there's not too much exciting happening there, because we're kind of just going through the motions. Relay is God respawned, but wasn't enough to beat Atlantis' PD. Agartha continues their march. And some of the end attacks. And water elemental assassination, so I needed to preach some more. Beat those guys. Yeah, fertility cult. Lonely Wasteland, a terrible creature. I guess cool. I didn't even notice that. So like over here, we patrolled out all of these dryads, so that was just hilarious. Definitely the fertility cult has been a little too fertile, evidently. But we went and took care of business there. But yeah, you're not gonna find anything blood hunting anyways. You go ahead and make a king to schlep around some of these long dead. These guys are just going to keep marching over and take care of business in Elder Hill here. And then we'll go to Dagothia and finish the situation there. I'm reviving a couple Banes. Let's actually get another one. I'm reviving a few Banes to hold the water bottles, just in case like I misjudge the situation and my Naudnares could die. But realistically, I don't expect that to happen. Yeah, not too much happening in terms of actual battles. Lost some scouts in the Magical Valley. Where is the magic? Oh, that's here. And then usual patrolling. Got another multi-hero, so that's cool. these mechanical men can only lead around 10 guys at a time, which is kind of annoying. But we do what we can. I'm kind of surprised it took me this long to figure out that's why folks were rolling around with so many clockwork spiders and shit like that. So, we've got our second god over here, so that's fun stuff. If I go ahead and look at throne count, Lannis has claimed 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 out of the 27 required. And oh yeah, they just got this one. Like I sold it to them basically. Throne of Death is worth 2, and Lower Throne is worth 1. And I told them that they could have like both if it made a difference. So they're technically at 18 out of 27 claimed, plus however much unclaimed. Like I don't think that they've claimed this throne in Ermor. So they're not too far off the threshold, but definitely not like just winning right now either. It's turn 103 and I'm still planning on like piecing out at turn 105 basically. Someone in Discord might talk me out of it, but that's what I'm thinking. Doing a bit of reflection on just how my game has gone. My alliance with Abyssia has worked out pretty well for both of us. I've expanded west, they've expanded east, and they just had a battle report of like some big fight that went well with them with Ulm, like where they went through the caves and basically came out and did good up there. So nice on them. I probably could have looted more from Banderlog and had better communication there, but in no situation would I have been able to get the real prize here of the Throne of Elements. So well, maybe I should have warred them and just taken it when they at a different time. I don't know. I was really worried about Euron then, and maybe I was irrationally worried. Uruk has been a deceptively tough nut to crack. And Ind is doing way better than I'd expect given their relatively limited amount of territory. I think that in a straight up fight, I would do well against either of them just because I've got so much mobility. Like, look at all these Shaitans and Jin warriors that I'm just stockpiling. Those just happen to be here. Like, there's more here, and basically like actually taking Uruk forts, they could gateway in a bunch of troops and make it tough for me, perhaps. But that mobility advantage is just so huge. And a big part of why Nabaa is so feared. Like, that combination of stealth and flying is really unique to this nation. And like, Ind has had a research advantage up until everybody like finished the tree, and they at this point are casting I think 10 wishes a turn. So like, don't get me wrong, like Ind has something somehow, but I don't know. I mean, we're not going to find out. I talked about my choices with Agartha earlier, and the peace deal between Agartha and I went really well for them. Um, they, uh, they just swept through Ashdod and got all of this stuff. Um, they're conquering Pythium, a little slower than I'd expect, but they're still like it's all gains, you know. Um, all this water here, and what I got out of this deal was maybe like 12 or so provinces. Um, now, uh, to be clear, like I also got all the Death Basket goodies from Ashdod, so that was really kind of him. Um, but I definitely thought about like how things might have gone differently there. Um, I I wasn't expecting Agartha to have as much success through the rest of their campaign, and honestly, that's really well played for them. Like, what else is there to say about that? Atlantis has played a fantastic game, of course. Like, they just methodically go one power at a time and take care of business and then move on to the next one. Um, I, they've been, friendly and peaceful with me, and it's probably a combination of I don't have that much that's actually valuable for them to capture. Like, I mean, I have a good amount of land. Don't get me wrong. But like at this point, they need thrones to win, and I just straight up told them they can have the thrones if that's what they need to win. Um, and it's not like I have a lot of them. So, uh, there's a lower prize for attacking me, and I am definitely a tough nut to crack because of all the damn assassins. Each Gula that I've summoned for 31 Slaves apiece is also an assassin, and they make more assassins. And um, if I decided that I'd actually have to fight somebody, then I'd crank out like 20 lifelong protections a turn, and that's just a pain in the ass for anyone to deal with. So I don't blame them for not wanting to deal with that. This place is kind of expended. Um, Starting to get to slim pickings in terms of blood hunting. Where all the good blood slaves go. Um, yeah, let's just move this whole crew over here. Well, actually, you guys patrol for one more turn to clear out this unrest, and you guys head over the forest. Look at this, man. A forest fully searched, no sights. It's sometimes things are sad. So yeah, that's kind of the situation we're in. Oh yeah, we wanted a couple Mukaribs so that they can go ahead and preach out all of this shit here. I don't know if that's Relay or Atlantis, but either way, I don't want it. Globals, yeah, and is just kind of playing with the whole globalist. It'd be fun if they overcast Vengeful Water, mainly because then I could send a bunch of scouts through Atlantis just to see like what a real empire looks like. All right, so in any case, that's kind of the story there. It's been a lot of fun. It kind of turned into a slog towards the end, mainly because like late game Dominions is always a slog. Like this should not happen. Um, Most people have finished their research trees. I'm close to finishing mine, and it's just unsatisfying at that point because there's so many dudes you have to move and scripts and measures and countermeasures, and like these places all need domes and these equipments all need to be made. And um uh I love the work that Illwinter has done with Dominions, but definitely there's a lot of manual micromanagement, especially late game, especially as a Blood Nation, to go ahead and manage all of that. So, which, but I hope you'll forgive me for complaining a bit. I think that this is not an unpopular opinion. Regardless, uh, it was a great way to have one of our last Dominions 5's games, and we'll have Dominions 6 before too long. I will plan for, regardless of whether the game is called Eterna 105 or not, that will be my last video for this series, so that'll be 2 turns from now. But that is not right now, it's 2 turns from now, so I'll continue to see you next turn.